Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Green Bay, Wisconsin and Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. My name is Chase Wilson alongside my partner Joe Davis, and we are here for another chapter in this historic rivalry between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This is Sunday Night Football on VSBN. Back to kick for Chicago, and we are underway here from Lambeau Field. Back deep to receive, makes it up to about the 25-yard line. They're going to call him just short at the 24 as Jordan Love and the Green Bay offense comes out there. Pretty good game for him last week, over 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just the 1 interception. See if they can replicate that performance this week against their rivals, as an excellent run with Jacobs for the first play of the game. Gets them forward for about 8 yards. Look at his stats from last week, 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. Another big factor in their win last week. Man in motion, goes to the left side, back to right. Screen pass out to the left side. See if he picks up the first down. And the refs will say he got to the line as they set up again on 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Love back to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Deep to the right side. Man wide open down the sideline for a terrific gain. Gets him all the way to the other side of the field up to the Bears' 31-yard line. Terrific game there as they hand it back off to Josh Jacobs for another great run of 8 yards once again. Sets them up 2nd and 2.
On that deep pass play, secondary did everything that they had to do. Defensive line just could not get to Love, and tackling appears to be a big issue as Jacobs slips off a tackle.
So far, yeah, found that hole in the coverage and then let up a big hole right down the middle for Jacobs to get them a new set of downs. This time will be another handoff to Jacobs. Shaking a tackle there, not as much success on that play, only makes it forward for about 2 yards. But they are now well within the red zone, setting up 2nd and 8 from the 14-yard line. Another handoff to Jacobs. He's going to shake that tackle, finally going down, but he's going to lose a yard. Backed up to the 15-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 9. See if the Chicago defense can come through with a stop right here. They cannot. Oh, never mind. It is incomplete. That one is going to be dropped. Good coverage there. And the receiver is just not going to be able to reel that one in, and is going to be Bates on for the kick.
That entire drive, the offensive line did a great job of giving Love plenty of time to throw. The defensive line really needs to start getting pressure on this quarterback. Secondary was able to force a stop there, but still something to be looking out for as this game progresses.
3-0 game as the Bears go back to receive and return it out to around the 20. Here comes rookie quarterback Jaquarius James out of UCF. Rough week for him last week in their loss to the Vikings. No touchdowns and 2 interceptions. See if he can turn it around and get his team back to 500 this year. Quick pass out to the right, gets him forward for 9. Good start to this drive, setting him on 2nd and 1. This time a handoff to King. He goes right up the middle and is able to pick up the first down and more. Terrific week for that man right there last week. Had 140 yards and I believe 2 touchdowns. Though unfortunately was not enough for them to get the win. We'll see if he can be as much of a factor this week as he was last week, as that one was right over the middle, taken in by Moore, I believe that was, as they set up 2nd and 7 after that gain of 3. Motioning King out to the left, empty backfield. This time it's going to go to King, right over the middle again. Gets him forward another couple of yards. Now 3rd and 2. See what they go for here. He's going to keep it. Pass it out to the left to King, and that one is going to be incomplete. King could not hold on to that one, and that is going to set up a 4th and 2 and a punting situation here on their first drive of the game. That one is going to go out of bounds. No chance to return at they'll mark it at the 26-yard line, as Love and the Green Bay offense comes back out for their second drive of the game. A little bit disappointing to only come away with 3 after being that deep in the red zone on their last drive. They'll try to figure it out here. That one is going out to the left to Kirkpatrick for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. He's going to hand it off to Jacobs, missing a tackle there and able to get across the markers for the new set of downs. A good performance for him on the ground so far in this first quarter. See if they keep feeding him. Love will keep it this time over the middle, and thankfully the defender there is able to catch him before he takes off too much more on that play. Still a good gain, is going to get them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Man in motion, this time Love will keep it again. Feeling some pressure, gets it out to the right. Only able to make it forward for about 3. Just barely avoided the sack on that one. But still got a decent gain. Setting him up on 2nd and 7. Handoff to Jacobs once again, and that one is going to make it forward for about 4. Not a terrible gain, but not quite as productive as some of his other runs early in this game. 3rd and 3, this time from just past the 40-yard line. Love is feeling the pressure, and he's going to go down. It's fumbled. We'll see what he can do. He is not going to get back to the line. The linebacker tried to recover that and take it forward a little bit, but that is going to back him up deep, well out of field goal range. And they're going to set up with 4th and very long and a punting situation here on their second drive.
Absolute disaster. Great job there by the Packers offensive line, able to get that ball back, but that could have been just absolute chaos.
Another punt will not be returned, that time out to the 24-yard line, as James and the rest of the Bears offense come out to try and get some momentum here as the first quarter is running down. James takes the snap, hands it off to King, or excuse me, I believe that is Dodson. 2nd string running back there for the terrific gain. Gets him a new set of downs. Back again. We'll hand it off to King this time. Not able to get a whole lot there, maybe to the line of scrimmage. There's the stats from last week. 11 rushes for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not been having as much progress here in the first quarter, as that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. This has been Sunday Night Primetime from Lambeau Field on VSBN.
Welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, everybody. Sunday Night Football here on VSBN. Bears getting ready for their second drive of the game here in the second quarter of the game, and that one is blown up behind the line. I believe that was Pointer, the one who was able to break through and get that tackle for a loss, and it sets up 3rd down and long with the ball on the 36-yard line. James takes a snap, drops back, throws it over to King. King breaking a couple tackles, gets up to the 40, but will not be able to get up to the 45 that he needed to, and it'll set up 4th down and 6 and a likely second punt of the game. Punting team is out. Good snap, and the kick is away. It's a deep kick, bounces at the 6 and rolls into the end zone for the touchback, and we'll see the Packers out for their for their 3rd drive of the day. A punt after fumbling on their last drive was recovered by the offense. We'll see what Love's able to do this time. This one is off the back of an offensive lineman and will be incomplete. Second down and 10. Still under 50 yards for both of these squads as Love moving around the pocket. He throws and it is intercepted, taken away by Chicago. Getting the ball all the way up to about the 18 or 19 yard line, but a huge turnaround. Tremaine Edwards with the interception.
Terrific play there. The defense kind of carrying their team into maybe getting some momentum here early in the first half after the offense hasn't been able to do much. And just a terrific takeaway from Kraft there. That was overall a pretty good pass, but even better coverage by the defender there.
So Chicago now their best field position of the day, starting this drive at the 18-yard line. James under center takes the handoff, and he is going to rumble it all the way up to the 5-yard line. A huge gain for the running back there. First and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line. James under center. He's going to hand it off once again, trying to fight forward and just going to be a yard short. He's going to be Jamarius King. This rookie-to-rookie connection. We'll see what they're able to do here in Chicago. But right now, we'll see what they're able to do on this drive. It's going to be a handoff and not going to be able to get there. It's a loss of 1 on the play. Robinson, the running back, unable to punch it in. And now back at the shotgun, we'll see what James in this offense is able to do. The receiver set to the left-hand side. Throw to the right and is just out of reach of the tight end. So after starting this drive at the 18, Green Bay is able to... Actually, no, they're going to go for it here on 4th down and goal in the first half. James takes the snap, throws it, and it is incomplete! Green Bay able to keep points off the board.
Back-to-back overthrows by the rookie quarterback to end that drive, and that is incredibly unfortunate. But that's what happens when you take those risks on 4th down with a rookie quarterback.
Love takes the snap. Quick throw out to the right-hand side and a gain of a few. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 from the 5, and expect a lot of short passes here. This offense is backed up. This one incomplete, almost taken away. Third and 7. Ball on their own 5-yard line. Love takes the snap, fires over the middle, and is caught for a 1st down. Green Bay offense with a lot more freedom now as they're going to hand this one off to Jacobs. Jacobs still fighting forward. He's going to get a really good gain. It's a gain of 7 up to the 26. So 2nd and 3. Ball on the 26, basically midway between the 25 and 26. He throws this one out to the left-hand side, and it is complete. Steps out of bounds. And good for 1st down. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff. Jacobs cutting through and still going. A big gain of about 15 yards. Sets up another 1st down.
Been a powerhouse all game so far, and he is not going to be stopped very easily. They got to bring 3 or 4 guys to take him down each and every time.
1st and 10, 3 receiver stack set to the left-hand side, 1 receiver out to the right. Jacobs is set up on the right-hand side of Love. Love throws it out to the left, and only going to get a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8 with a little bit over 4 minutes left to go in the half. Love takes the snap, drops back, he fires. It is a short pass completion, but plenty of room. Chicago playing back allows the receiver to just get basically 12 yards after the catch.
Golden's been able to find a lot of holes in this defense early in this game that Chicago really needs to figure out. Maybe consider covering him with another man later on in this game.
Chicago's been using a lot of zones so far today. This secondary has been quite a ways back whenever Green Bay drops back to pass. Heavy set here. It's going to be a handoff. Jacobs, and he is not going to get much of anything. Just a 1-yard gain on the play after being brought down by Dexter. Second down and 9. Ball on the 27. Receivers spreading out on the left-hand side. Love takes a snap, fires over the middle. It is complete and slipping past a couple of tackles before getting up into the red zone. It'll be 3rd and 1. It's going to be a handoff. Jacobs slips off a tackle and is still going and brought down with a first down as we hit the 2-minute warning. First and 10. It's going to be a delayed handoff, and that's not going to get much of anything. A loss of 1 on the play as Chicago finally brings Jacobs down behind the line. Second down and 11. Love takes a snap, fires over the middle once again. It is complete up to about the 8 or so yard line, and now we're going to get a Chicago timeout. Third and 5, ball on the 8-yard line. Love takes a snap, fires over the middle. It is complete as Chicago going to call another timeout. It's not going to be enough for a first down, and we'll see if Green Bay elects to kick this or go for it, and it looks like they're going to try and kick it. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good to make this a 6-0 ball game as we have an injured Packer on the field. And getting checked out on the sidelines. Are you surprised to see such a low-scoring affair between these two squads?
It's a very tight rivalry. They knew a lot about each other, so not necessarily super surprised, but it could have gone either way. It might have been a lot of scoring on each side, not a lot of scoring on each side, but they both know how to read each other very well, and I think it makes sense that these defenses are able to compete with each other very well.
So we'll see what this offense can do with a bit over a minute to go, and it's gonna start poorly. A big sack by Ellington, and now Chicago gonna have to start getting a little bit desperate. Still over a minute to go. James takes a snap, and he gets taken down again! 2 straight sacks by the Packers. He's going to set up a long 3rd down here.
See what they elect to do here, if they're just going to try to get Green Bay to use one more of their timeouts, or if they're going to try to go for it all.
James takes a snap. He looks pressure coming. He throws it deep on the left-hand side. Batted away, incomplete. And so punt team coming back out. And this one is a pretty good one as well. Taken in at the 25 and runs up to the 37 before being pushed out of bounds, as looks like we have another Packer who is shaken up.
Not sure I agree with the call there to pass, because either way you threw the incompletion, stopped the clock, and let them save one of their timeouts. And now they have some time to go down the field and score again.
Gets out of bounds. Up to the 43-yard line. After the gain of 5. Empty set for Love. He looks. He now fires over the middle. It is complete up across midfield. Not going to call one of those 2 timeouts that they still have in their pocket. Interesting to see.
Very interesting.
Love takes a snap. He fires over the middle. It is complete to the tight end as now we get a Green Bay timeout. Under 30 seconds to go. Enough time for a solid handful of plays. Love takes a snap, drops back, moves over to the right-hand side, and it is complete up well into Bear territory, up to the 25-yard line. Still not calling a timeout, and looks like they're going to try and get a field goal to end the half. No, they're going to go for it, and now they're going to call a timeout. So, field goal unit coming out. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good to make this a 9-0 game. That one a 42-yarder. And this one going to be booted out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for one more play. James takes a snap. He looks. Now he's going to throw it deep on the Hail Mary. It is up, and it is intercepted. And no return as he gets brought down to end the half.
I admire this rookie's bravery, though I don't necessarily think that was the right play there. Just kind of hurts your stats a little more. They were ready for the deep shot, and they were able to come away with the ball. But now we go to the halftime report to check out what's going on around the league. First, heading out to Arrowhead and looking at the Indianapolis Colts. Terrific pass there by Godwin for the touchdown. Helps them towards their 31-23 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams now at 500. Now over to MetLife Stadium in New York, where the Vikings are visiting the Giants. Jackson darts there for the deep shot over the middle, and he is free. Stinson there for one of Jackson Dart's 2 touchdowns of the day, lead them to their 21-10 victory over the Vikings. Now look around the league as we are almost finished with this week 2 of action. Just a couple more games to be had. Very slow start to this game. Only 9 points scored in the first half, all by Green Bay. See if the Bears can wake up. A little bit of momentum on each side on defense. Both teams with a takeaway. But definitely Chicago needing to find some momentum to get back into this game. Back again at Lambeau Field for the second half of action here, as Chicago starts with the ball after the interception right before half. Able to make it out to about the 24-yard line, as Aquarius James heads back out on the field after a not very productive first half. Only 42 total yards for the Bears in this game so far. 7 of those through the air. As a terrific handoff to King gets him forward for about 6 yards. Good start to the drive, sets him up for a 2nd and 4. This time James holds on to it, back to pass, over to King again, as he is hit hard on that hit, and it looks like he fumbled it, but the ball might have skipped out of bounds, and they are going to get the first down anyway. This time a handoff to King. He's trying to look for a running lane, but not able to find it, and that is going to go down for a loss of 2 on that play, setting him back to 2nd and 12. James will pass it again. Plenty of time in the pocket. Gets it out to the right, and that is taken in by Colston Loveland, just short of the marker. They're going to call it 3rd and inches. Looks like they're set up to sneak it, and he does, and gets the first down. New set of downs from their own 47-yard line. The running back motioning out to the left. James back to pass, and he's going to get taken down. A big Leonard Williams, the former Seahawk there, on for that sack, his 3rd sack of the season. And that is going to set him up back big time, back to 2nd and 19.
This Packers defense has just been incredible tonight. James has had nowhere to go, really. Again, we mentioned earlier the passing struggles, only 7 yards through the air, and this defensive line has really put him through a ringer tonight.
Absolutely. And there they are again. Leonard Williams on with Sorrell to take him back another 8 yards, setting him at 3rd and 27. Absolutely terrible drive. But yeah, there's a lot of good things to be said about this Packers defensive line. Of course, Micah Parsons, who's been on the team since 2025. The addition of Leonard Williams through free agency, the Pro Bowler this year. And that one is just an absolute failure of a drive here from Chicago. 4th and 34 as they set up to punt. Fair catch called for back at their own 30-yard line as Josh Jacobs comes back out to the field. 69 yards so far on the game. Almost to his yardage total of 88 from last week. See if he can break that as they set up for their first drive of the second half. Starting with a handoff to Jacobs, gets forward for about 2 yards.
And I mean, that graphic tells the entire story of this game so far. Over 200 yards for the Packers, less than 50 for Chicago so far today.
Absolutely, and still somehow they're not exactly out of reach of this game. They just got to find some momentum, get some points on the board here very soon. And Bears defense able to come up with something there, able to get a stop as the Packers punted away after a quick 3-and-out. This time it's taken back, returned for just a couple of yards, not able to get too far. They're going to get it back to the 22-yard line. Of course, definitely probably not feeling terrific after how that last drive went. Going to need to do a quick 180 if they want to get back into this game. James is going to hold on to it, has plenty of time, but Micah Parsons is able to get there for another sack. 6 sacks on the day for this Green Bay defense, setting them back 5 yards.
Once again, just this Packers defense has been extraordinary tonight.
James is going to go back to pass again, this time just over the middle to Cairo Mercer, the rookie wide receiver. Gets him forward for 3 of those yards that they had lost before. This time out to King. He jukes out a man, but is not able to make it anywhere near the line. He's still going to be well short. And that is going to set him up from where they returned the ball on the punt at the original line of scrimmage back at the 22 as they punted away. Fair catch called for once again, this time at the 28-yard line as Jordan Love comes out back on the field. Only 4 incompletions so far today, 163 yards. No touchdowns, though, by either team. Josh Jacobs is going to get the first play of the drive here, handoff for about 3 yards. And might expect they're going to keep feeding him for these little short yardage plays now and then as they do hand it off to him. He's going to break a tackle, still breaking tackles, moving forward past the markers. Terrific gain there of about 10 yards. Chicago not able to bring him down there.
This has just been a good old-fashioned NFC North slugfest between these two teams.
Absolutely, a terrific gain there over the left side for Wicks. Gets him forward to a new set of downs once again. Gets him already past midfield. Handoff to Jacobs. Breaks through the line for about 4 yards. And yeah, as you said, this is one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. These teams have played each other for a little over 100 years, I believe. And it really shows every time these two teams meet up how much they're able to know about each other and the quality we usually see out of these games. Another first down, this time from the Bears 37. Love is going to hold on to it, pass it out to the left. First down and more for Tucker Kraft. Knocking on the doors of the red zone once again from the 23-yard line. And that is going to take us to the end of the third quarter, 9-0. No points scored in this third quarter. We'll see if they change that in the fourth.
And so Packers getting ready here, 3 yards away from the red zone, and it's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to get smothered up behind the line. And something to note, even though Chicago's offense has really struggled, their defense has done a great job of limiting Green Bay once they get into these situations. 3 forced field goals, despite a couple of red zone trips for the Packers. And once again, that is going to be another stop to set up 3rd and long.
Absolutely. I mean, a kind of a miracle that even with a field goal here, they're only down 2 scores.
Offense going into motion here. Looks like they're flipping the play. And now some more movement as the play clock gets under 10 seconds here, and now under 5. Love getting ready, calling for the snap. He steps back, he looks, he fires right side, batted away, incomplete. And Chicago once again gets a stop deep in their own territory. This kick is away, and it is good for the Packers to make this a 12-0 ball game. That one a 43-yarder.
And I'd imagine it's really frustrating for this defense that the offense has been struggling as much as they had because they've been giving them so many chances.
This defense has done amazingly. The offense needs to step up here, and with this drive, they might only get one more drive after this, depending on how much time gets taken off the clock. So this is a must-score drive for the Bears. James throws it right side. It is complete and good for a first down. That's something that we haven't said a lot during this second half. As now the ball up to the 36-yard line. James takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff. This one not going to get much of anything, maybe a yard, and set up 2nd down and 9. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was only their 1st or 2nd first down of this half. As this is going to be a good run, going to get close to another one, and we've got an injured Packer on the play.
I don't believe you're wrong at all. I believe that was their first down of this half, and now they just picked up their 2nd first down.
Ball on the 46-yard line. Play action, fakes the handoff. He looks, he fires deep over the middle of the field, and it is complete into Packer. No, incomplete, excuse me, knocked away. It sets up 2nd down and 10. Back, shuffling out. Now the throw out to King. Across midfield, and they'll set up 3rd and 5. Only 1 3rd down conversion for these Bears so far tonight. James takes the snap. He looks, he fires deep over the middle of the field. It is caught. Big gain for the receiver. There for Mercer. First and 10, ball on the 29. takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff and a huge hole up the middle. That's going to be enough for a first down and a Chicago Bears trip to the red zone.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Clock ticks under 6 minutes left to go as we have first and 10 in the red zone. Ball on the 16-yard line. Running back going out to the outside. James takes a snap. He fires short over the middle of the field, and it is complete. And we have both a flag and an injured Bear now, as that is Odunze who's shaken up. Second down and 5. Ball on the 12-yard line. It's going to be a handoff. Good space. Good for a first down. And the Bears, once again, with a goal-to-go opportunity. They had one in the first half, and Green Bay was able to get a stop. We will see what this offense is able to do on their second trip in a goal-to-go situation. James takes a snap. He looks, fires over to the right-hand side. It is complete, and it is in for the touchdown. DJ Moore with the first touchdown of the game for either squad, as Chicago cuts this deficit in half.
I don't know what coach told him on the sidelines, but this drive has been completely different from what we've seen for the last 3 quarters of this game.
Lining up for the PAT. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good to make this a 5-point ball game. And they're going to be kicking this one deep. With 5:15 left to go, realistically, how much time do you think that the Packers will be able to kind of take off the board here? And how much time do you think Chicago's going to be able to get whenever they get the ball back?
Well, we'll see what type of drive they come out with, because we've seen 3-and-outs from this Green Bay offense, but we've also seen long drives that have dragged out all the way down the field into the red zone. Even if that does happen and they're able to hold him to a field goal, it will still only be an 8-point game. So as long as a touchdown isn't allowed here, there is still a chance of tying this up.
Love takes a snap, fires over to the left-hand side. It is complete to Jacobs, and Jacobs spinning around. He's going to get close to a first down, and they're going to give it to him with forward progress. First and 10, receiver going into motion. It's going to be another handoff, Jacobs, and he is smothered behind the line. That's going to be a loss of 3. This Chicago defense really stepping up whenever it matters. There's been a couple of red zone trips, a couple of drives that have ended within 30 or so yards, and this defense has managed to get stop after stop as they get another one there and set up 3rd and 13. Ball on the 37-yard line, just over 4 minutes left to go. Love in the gun, 3 receivers set to the left. He takes a snap, he looks, he fires to the left, and it is incomplete! Knocked away by the defense, and Chicago with an opportunity now to get the ball back with just under 4 to go. Good snap, good kick. This one going to be taken in at about the 17-yard line and will be returnable. Returned up to the 30-yard line before being knocked down. 3:49 to go for the Chicago Bears. And if this, and if their last drive is anything to go off of, we might be in for a thriller. James takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to King. King running up through a hole. Good gain of 7. James again takes the snap. It's going to be a read option. He's going to take off with it himself. The ball comes loose. It is recovered by Chicago. Ball up now to the 44-yard line after the mini heart attack. It's going to be a handoff to King, who is going to get close to midfield but won't be able to cross it. Ball up to the 48-yard line on the gain of 4. James back to the shotgun. He takes a snap. It's going to be play action. He's going to throw it. And it'll be out to the left-hand side. And they're going to call offensive pass interference on Mercer. So a crucial penalty. They were going to be close to a first down on third. Instead, it is 2nd down and 16. And that run is going to go nowhere. A loss of 3 on the play. A back-breaking penalty as we hit the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 19 coming up for the Chicago Bears. James is back at the shotgun, running back to his left, now moving over to his right. 2 receivers on either side, now turns into 3 on the right-hand side. James looks, he fires deep on the right-hand side, and it is bobbled incomplete! They are going to go for it on 4th and 19. The throw deep on the right side. It is caught for a first down. Are you kidding me? What an incredible play by Chicago. They have life. Ball on the 45-yard line. Minute 50 to go. James throws it out to the right-hand side to King. King with space. He's got a hole up into the red zone. Under 90 seconds to go. A minute 12 at the snap. James looks. He's pressured. He's flushed out of the pocket. He throws this one away, and it is incomplete. Almost a game-ending takeaway, but instead they still have life in the red zone. Parsons brings him down on the gain of nothing, and now with a minute left to go, what will these Bears be able to do? Third and 10. James takes the snap. He's pressured. He's sacked again. Parsons brings him down. 4th and 16. What magic do they have left in the tank? James takes the snap. He looks. He fires over the middle of the field. Incomplete. And that is going to be ball game.
Terrific job there by the Bears for keeping that drive alive for so long. But the sacks and negative plays were just too much for their offense to recover from.
This Packers defense has come up when it mattered so many times, and they come up with another big one here to advance to 2-0 in the regular season here on Sunday Night Primetime.
Another crucial divisional game there, and unfortunately that's another divisional loss by the Bears, dropping to 0-2. Hopefully they can come back later in the season when they're facing this team again to maybe get a shot back at tying up that record. But that will be the game, 12-7 in favor of the Packers here from Lambeau Field. This has been Sunday Night Primetime on VSBN.